Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I have been running this YouTube channel for 2 years now, but it was only recently that I start to find some direction for the channel. This allowed me to learn from other successful channels and improve mine. Culturing bacteria is a hobby for me, much like some people keep pets or growing plants, and occasionally I can discover something interesting. But turning this activity into seemingly profound video is not an easy task. I have some soil sample from a farmland that has been air dried for quite some time. I tried to extract DNA from it but failed, which left me confused, because normally soil contains a rich amount of biomass, so there should be a significant amount of DNA as well. However, despite trying several methods, I couldn't successfully extract DNA from it. Currently, I kind of give up on this sample, so therefore I plan to take some of it and attempt to isolate some Bacillus species from it for a recreational purpose, just for fun. Utilizing the heat-resistant property of Bacillus species, I intended to heat the soil sample briefly. Although the result might not be exclusively Bacillus, as there are other heat-resistant species like some Geobacillus or Streptomyces, these bacteria might also be present in the mix. Looking at the heated sample, I'm wondering if I should dilute the sample before plating. When it comes to work-related samples, dilution seems like an automatic step. But in the current situation, do I really need to dilute? What if the viewer don't like it? If the video is supposed to be easy and simple, would dilution still fall with this scope? I mean, yeah, maybe I just think too much, I guess. But well, however, in the end, I decide not to dilute and directly plate the sample. I spread the sample onto a non-selective culture medium. What I'm using here is TSA, however Bacillus have low nutritional requirements, so they can grow on most non-selective culture media. Even grow on your lunch, yeah. So far it seems like the channel mainly features videos related to bacteria. After all, bacteria are a topic I particularly enjoy in microbiology, although I have started exploring something like a fungi-related content. That's something we can discuss in the future, if we get a chance. Also, because bacteria and fungi are cross-contamination source, I will avoid conducting fungi-related operations in my lab. After plating, I left it on the balcony overnight, considering it's summer now, so outside is quite warm. The next day they grow like this. It's quite abundant, but with the colonies still distinguishable from each other, so it hasn't reached the point where they cannot be separated. So let's proceed with the isolation, I guess. I randomly pick a few colonies with different morphologies using a simple streaking method. Identifying Bacillus is not an easy task. For clinical sample, there are only a few types that can infect humans, so the scope is much narrower. However, when sampling from environment, like what we have here, it can be highly complex. I made a video a long time ago about disinfecting banknotes, which is money. The isolated bacteria from money were also Bacillus species, but couldn't identify their species. So if there's a Bacillus infection in a clinical setting, apart from something like Bacillus cereus and anthrax, most of the time effort won't be spent on trying to identify it. After all, doing DNA sequencing would be the simplest method to do. Last month, I isolated a strand of Bacillus altitudinis from a pear leaf. I believe many people had ever heard of this name, so I often wonder why there are so many species of Bacillus, but when it comes to beneficial bacteria, we always refer to the same few. Is it truly that only a few species possess the functionality we need? Or have we simply overlooked others? I think it's a topic worth exploring. These are the colony isolated this time, a total of 20. However, it doesn't mean there's only 20 colonies, I just select 20. And I'm not sure what to do next, so for now, I'll randomly pick a few and perform a gram-stamp to see if it is gram-positive rod. A gram-positive rod, obviously, this one. This one actually looked like a streptomyces rather than a bacillus, but it might be, or might not. Bacillus are generally elongated rod, so slightly larger in size compared to other bacteria. Like right now I'm viewing this under a 60 times objective lens, and they appear quite clear. If I'm trying to observe something like a cocci or enterobacteria, then a 100-time lens would be necessary, which is more troublesome, and the sample can only be viewed once since you have to put oil on it. So I'll continue finding bacteria in the future, and there are some bacteria that I had already found, which you can check out the video right now on the screen, if you want to find those bacteria yourself, or you just feel interesting and want to watch more.